When it first appeared in 2013, the F-Type quickly showed itself to be the perfect flagship sports car for Jaguar. Whichever version you chose, it gave a thrilling driving experience and was almost universally acclaimed as one of the best-looking sports cars on sale. Together, these 2 points explain the F-Type's success, as it satisfied the demands of driving enthusiasts and the style-conscious in one package. But the rate of progress in the car industry has always been fast-paced, to a point where the F-Type was starting to feel dated. In order to catch up with its rivals from Germany and America, Jaguar unveiled a heavily revised model at the beginning of 2020. With the F-Type range priced to take sales from both the Porsche Boxster S, Cayman S and the larger 911, higher-spec F-Types provide more value for money, although you wouldn't be making a mistake if you picked the entry-level F-Type over one of its German rivals. At the bottom of the range, the four-cylinder engine brings a welcome extra dimension to the lineup. And, if you're thinking of a V8 F-Type, you can pick up a 4x4 version for around £5,000 more than the rear-drive version. The upgrade is worthwhile, because it makes the car safer and more secure without sacrificing any driving thrills. Priced at more than £100,000, the massively powerful 567 bhp flagship model is a serious investment, but in its favor it does have a top speed approaching almost 200 miles per hour. Previously, it didn't have the sharpness to beat the best of its rivals on the road, but the refreshed lineup feels much more honed, far lighter on its feet, and has a level of agility to its handling that was simply not there before. Whether it's in coupe or convertible form, there aren't many cars for sale that can beat the Jaguar F-Type for head-turning looks. The 2020 revised model remains a striking piece of design that echoes the classic E-Type, while still delivering a contemporary feel. Previously available in F-Type, R-Dynamic, R-Dynamic Black or R-Specs, it's just the R-Dynamic and new 75 edition now included on the price list, with the Performance R model sitting at the top of the range. Power comes from a variety of engines. The entry point is the P300, which uses a 296 bhp version of Jag's Ingenium 2.0-liter turbo, four-cylinder engine. The range then jumps to the P450 and P575, which both use Jaguar's powerhouse 5.0-liter supercharged V8 unit, making 444 bhp and 567 bhp, respectively. The F-Type P300 is only offered with rear-wheel drive, whereas the P450 V8 versions come with a choice of either AWD or rear-wheel drive. The top-of-the-range P575 manages its monstrous 567 bhp output by rather sensibly putting its power through all four wheels. All models use a revised version of Jaguar's great 8-speed auto transmission. With price tags ranging from around £62,000 to more than £100,000, the F-Type has a lot of coupe and convertible rivals. Alongside competitors such as the Porsche Boxster and Cayman, buyers could look to more expensive versions of the Audi TT, BMW Z4 or Alpine A110, with cars like the Ford Mustang and BMW M2 also holding much appeal. At the top end of the range, the V8 F-Type is a cheaper, but still worthy, alternative to the Aston Martin Vantage, while the convertible version will have to face down the likes of the new Mercedes SL 0 to 62 miles per hour acceleration and top speed. The 2.0-liter four-cylinder engine is turbocharged, while the F-Type 5.8 versions basically use a remap of the limited-run Z Project 8's supercharged 5.0-liter unit. That 2.0-liter unit in the P300 2.0 i4 is Jaguar's Ingenium engine that's also used in the Z Saloon and Land Rover's Discovery Sport. In the F-Type it makes 296 bhp and 400 Nm at just 1,500 revolutions per minute. Top speed is 155 miles per hour, and 0 to 62 miles per hour arrives in 5.7 seconds. The F-Type R, with its 5.0-liter V8, dispatches the 0 to 60 miles per hour sprint in 3.5 seconds, in coupe form, and hits a top speed of 186 miles per hour. Fuel economy is unlikely to be a big concern for those buyers lucky enough to be considering a Jaguar F-Type. Nonetheless, a stop-start system is standard on every model, and this helps to keep CO2 emissions to 214 grams per kilometer for the 2.0-liter, four-cylinder P300 model, with a claimed 30.1 mpg for the coupe also possible. The rear-wheel drive P450 V8 model produces a CO2 figure of 237 grams per kilometer, with maximum fuel economy, under WLTP testing, at 27.2 mpg. The AWD version is not quite as efficient, producing 242 grams per kilometer and covering 26.7 mpg. The range-topping R, costing almost £20,000 more than the P450, manages a respectable 27.0 mpg, with a CO2 output of 239 grams per kilometer. Maintenance costs are pricey, but not out of the ordinary when compared to the F-Type's rivals. You can sign up to flexible service plans which help to spread the cost of scheduled maintenance. Insurance groups. Insurance premiums for the F-Type are going to hit you hard in the pocket whichever way you look at it, so the question is how they compare to rivals. The P300 Coupe sits in Group 42, while the Cabriolet version moves up to Group 45. The Porsche Cayman is also in Group 42, while the Porsche Boxster is positioned slightly higher than the soft-top P300, at Group 48. The V8-engined F-Type 75R Coupe is in Insurance Group 50. Depreciation. Jaguar cars traditionally suffer from heavy depreciation, but the F-Type has shown itself to be a relatively strong performer on the used market. After a typical 3-year, 36,000-mile ownership period, the coupe model is predicted to be worth around 51% of its original value, while the convertible lags behind a little on 47%. Sat-nav, stereo and infotainment. Sat-nav and Bluetooth connectivity are standard on all models, and the revised 10-inch touchscreen system in the F-Type is far better than previous Jaguar efforts, although it's still not up to BMW and Audi standards of usability. There's an all-new 12.3-inch main instrument display with switchable designs, which allows you to choose between a big central reverend counter for track work or more traditional twin dials for road use. Jaguar has included a Meridian sound system as standard across all models, although there is a £1,000 option to upgrade to a more powerful unit. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are included at no extra cost. Size. In terms of dimensions, the F-Type sits somewhere between the compact Porsche Boxster and larger Porsche 911. The Jaguar is 4,470 mm long, while the two Porsches measure 4,374 mm and 4,481 mm respectively. The F-Type is wider than both, though, at 1,923 mm, it's roughly 12 cm wider than the Boxster S and Porsche 911 Turbo. Park the cars side by side, and the Jaguar's roof is also a few millimeters higher than both the Porsches. Legroom, headroom and passenger space. Luggage space is pretty limited, but the cabin itself feels quite roomy, even though it's snug and enveloping with the roof up. The F-Type is strictly a two-seater, unlike the Porsche 911, which has the advantage of occasional rear seats, and this might put some potential buyers off the Jaguar. Boot. The F-Type convertible has a 132-liter boot, and while the capacity is unaffected by folding the roof, if you add the optional space-saver spare wheel, it takes up all of the room. The F-Type coupe is a little more practical in this respect, and Jaguar claims it has a 336-liter load space, although with the narrow opening and rather shallow dimensions, this could be slightly optimistic. By way of comparison, the Porsche Boxster S mid-engine configuration allows luggage compartments at both ends, for a total of 280 liters. Warranty. Jaguars come with a 3-year, unlimited mileage warranty as standard, but you can pay to extend it for up to 5 years cover. The picture is pretty similar across the board in the premium sector. Servicing. You can get a 3-year service plan, or a 5-year, high-mileage scheme at extra cost, which are likely to be more cost-effective than paying separately each time your car requires a service. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and turn on notification for more video.